And I'm tapping in, I'm tapping in, I'm tapping in. Thank y'all for tapping into Yo Cuz Podcast, man. Y'all know what it is, man. We lit tonight, man. Listen, thank y'all for tapping in. Thank y'all for tapping in. Listen, man. Listen. We lit tonight, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and drop a comment out of this episode because we definitely lit tonight. Thank y'all for tapping into Yo Cuz Podcast. Man, listen. Shout out to my new subscribers. Shout out to my old subscribers. Now, the new subscribers is also the YouTube family. Welcome to the family, new subscribers. Thank you for tapping in to Yo Cuz Podcast. First that I want to do, shout out to my team, shout out to my supporters. Thank y'all for tapping in. And thank y'all for supporting the YouTube channel. Listen, man, colleges getting shut down. Presidents of the colleges asking for money. Man, listen, they getting taxed. They getting sued for tax fraud and everything, man, in colleges now, man. People getting listen, man. I always been saying this, right? It's not the people that own the business, it's the people that runs the business that fuck the business up. You get what I'm coming from? Like, people invest all their money into their business, right? Then they hire people, then they hire people to run the business. For real, the only reason they did is for a check, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but it's definitely true, man. That's the only reason, man, they be there, man, for a motherfucking check, man. Thank y'all for tapping into Yo Cuz Podcast. So listen, I ain't gonna waste no time. I just want y'all to tune in. So let's get lit. Let's go.
All right, folks, another HBCU having major issues. Barber Scotia College emerged from a 3-year-long tax battle. And now the president dropped a video saying school's out of money. Barber Scotia College President Chris Ray shared a video explaining the dire situation facing the HBCU.
To all the Sabre family, friends, I am President Chris Ray, the 20th president of Barber Scotia College. One of the things that has allowed me to, I believe, be as successful in this journey as president of this institution that we are working on trying to bring back alive is transparency. And I don't know any other way on how to lead as a leader. But today is probably one of my toughest days as the president of the college. Now, I know many of you have been seeing the news articles, all the wins that we have been having, all the work that we've been putting in for the institution. It's been an amazing 2.5 years. But I will tell you that it has been also a true struggle in raising money. No, it's not easy raising money for an unaccredited institution. But the alumni have done an amazing job of stepping up to the plate. Individuals who believe in the mission of what we're doing, the friends and supporters of Barber Scotia College. But today is probably the toughest financial day. We have completely run out of money as an institution. Many of our students, they who have decided to come and be on this journey with us, many of them, they have struggled to pay because they don't have access to federal financial aid yet. And it has been truly a challenge for them. Some of our major donors that we had relied on from in the past did not come through this end of last year and this year, early part of this year. And so we are in a really, 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 really tough place. I can't keep on doing the work. I can't pay staff. The majority of my staff are volunteers, but there are a few folks, including myself, no one's getting paid this month. And that's being transparent. There are some critical bills that are not going to get paid if we don't figure this out. I've been putting in the work. Our alumni base is small, so we don't have the folks who can give us the millions and drop the big checks, but they've been faithful. I love the alumni of Barber Scotia College, and I'm grateful for them. But I'm telling you that this is a call for everyone. If you believe in HBCUs, if you believe in what we've been doing here, I need your help. I need your help. I just need your help. Because if not, we will cease to doing the work that we're doing. Because as of this moment, as of today, we have completely run out of money. And as I continue to fight the good fight, I can't do it by myself, and I'm tired. That's just the honest to God truth.
I'm tired, Mo.
I'm tired. So I'm asking for your help and your support. Please click on the link. Please donate. We turn 159 years old next week. If you can donate $159, if you can donate more, you can donate less, whatever you can give, and help me come back and show the world that I'm not in this fight by myself and that we have the support out here to be able to pull this off. The next phase for us is applying for accreditation. To apply for accreditation, we need to have at least $250,000 in the bank to apply for accreditation. But right now, I just want to focus on this new battle, which is to get through the month of January. And we will keep on fighting until I can't fight no more. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Please share this video. And I want to watch God work. Thank you, guys.
All right, so Nova Scotia Presbyterian Institution, founded in 1867, located almost 30 acres in Northeast Charlotte. They've been struggling for more than 20 years. Lost accreditation in 2004. 2023, they had 4 students, all enrolled online. 2025, the enrollment increased to 114 students. They fielded a football team for the first time. But they then started canceling games. And we reached out via email and called to invite Ray back on the show. We've yet to receive a response. Others were on a couple years ago. So let me say this, and we have covered many HBCUs that have had issues, St. Augustine's, we talked about Bethune-Cookman, and so many others. So y'all know that we have we've done many shows from HBCU campuses. The 107, I personally visited almost 60 of them. Have done almost 20 commencements at HBCUs. And so I don't say this lightly. I'm going to be as clear as possible. Nova Scotia has to close down. At some point, we have to recognize that you are putting money down a sinkhole. That you are, in essence, burning money. I understand the historic alumni and graduates. I understand that we don't want to see a university close. But here's what I do understand. I need folk to realize, I'm not saying this only because it's Nova Scotia. I have said this about Black newspapers. I've said this about Black churches. I've said this about Black businesses. But not just Black. I'm a 1991 graduate of Texas A&M University. And a number of years later, another president came in and made the decision, we need to get rid of the journalism department. And there were Aggie journalists who were just shocked and appalled, and they were working and no, we need to save the institution. So they hit me up. It's probably the most prominent A&M graduate, the journalism graduate, before it was Loud Lovett, the country singer. And I said no. They were like, what? I said no. A&M should lose its journalism department. I said when I was there, 2/3 of the people who were in the program didn't want to be journalists. They had flunked out of other colleges. And so they just wanted a degree from A&M, so they picked journalism. I said I was sitting in classes with people who didn't want to be journalists. They want to go into PR and some other different stuff. I said, no. I said, in fact, the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board allocates resources for a reason. I said, if you look at the map, and A&M is really sort of like in the center. I said, you can go to that little school in Austin, TU, some called University of Texas. They got a top journalism program. You go to the University of North Texas, then North Texas State, a top television program. I said, even though Sam Houston State did not have an accredited journalism program, they actually had great facilities. I actually visited that school and their program when I was a senior in high school. I said, if you go down to Houston, University of Houston and Texas Southern University, both had schools of communications. If you want to major in journalism, you pick a school based upon the major. Now, the reason I picked A&M is because my brother was there, and it was cheaper for my parents to have two of us in one place at one time. They couldn't afford to send us to college. Then my sister joined us next year. Made it easier for all three of us to support each other going to the same school. Plus, he got a scholarship, I got a scholarship that helped defray costs. So I've been public about supporting things and shutting them down. Y'all, you've been struggling now for 20 some odd years. You just went through this whole tax fight. You cannot sustain a college with 100 students. And by not being accredited, they can't get financial aid. I know somebody's watching and they're saying, Roland, I hear you, but Morris Brown. Look at Morris Brown. I mean, they went 20 years. They went 20 years and they came back. Morris Brown is not back. Morris Brown is still, it's a slog. Yes, got accreditation, but it's still a slog. You cannot keep going back to the same donor saying, please help us out, help us out. That decision to start a football team was insane. It was insane. You simply could not afford the program, which is why they started canceling games. At some point, we've got to make business decisions that are smart business decisions. Now, somebody's watching, and they're saying to me, "Man, that's hardcore." Yeah, but I'm gonna show y'all.
Losing your hair? Tired of hiding and looking older than you really are? With Bosley, you can get your real hair back permanently. One visit.
There's a university in New York City. It was called the College of New Rochelle. And for the lack of, I'm looking on it. So this is just, I don't like, matter of fact, I can't show that. I can't show a Wikipedia page. So let me pull this up here. In 2019, the College of New Rochelle shut down. It was a Catholic university. They started in, let me see, when did they start? They started in 1904. They lasted until 2019. They couldn't make it. I remember years ago reading Vanity Fair.
I'm about to turn it up in a minute.
I think it was a women's college.
Wait for Jake to come on.
Shut down. There have been other HBCUs that have shut down. Recently, we saw a predominantly black school in Indiana that shut down. 2015. Hold on, pull it up. Sweet Briar Marks. Yo, this was a major institution in Virginia. They shut down. I saw one story that said they expect some 400 colleges to shut down over the next decade because of declining enrollment. So if we are going to ask our folk to support HBCUs, then we've got to be supporting those institutions that actually have a chance to survive.
You already know we lit, cuz.
On the path to thrive. And I did not callously decide to do this commentary.
Big facts.
But if you listen to the voice of the president, it sounded like a hostage video. He was defeated, deflated, and you can't just keep going back. He said, we're going to need a minimum of $250,000 to try to get our accreditation back.
That's what he said, though,
There's
man. That's
no
what the
guarantee.
president of the College said, though, Mo.
And so if I'm going to ask African Americans to drop 250 or 500,000, it makes more sense to put those resources in a school that can survive. And I know, and I've had people at Barber Scotia who've emailed me, and we're trying to bring it back. But y'all, we've got to have some real conversations, because a lot of our institutions, and I'm not just talking HBCUs, a lot of our institutions are financially in trouble. Y'all have heard me say, because of the anti-DEI attacks, right now, there are a lot of black nonprofits. There are a lot of black-owned newspapers, a lot of black media outlets. There are a lot of our so-called black businesses, which really are consulting businesses, which really is me, only one person. Those folks ain't getting contracts because of what's been drying up. And so how do we have real conversations about capacity building in our community when we're trying to keep everybody alive and you can't?
Yeah.
And so when I'm looking at nonprofits, I'm looking at other entities, do you know what people do? The first thing they do is they assess the financial health and viability of the institution. And Barber Scotia put together this strategic plan in 2022. Y'all, I'm sorry, and I hate to say it, some things have to come to an end.
Listen, man. Hold up. I'm tapping in. I'll be right back for part 2. Stay tuned. Don't you leave the platform, because we definitely lit. Gone.